34-year-old Samuel Gonzalez has been arrested and charged with the fatal shooting of his tenant, 27-year-old Armando Alvarez, following a heated argument. Samuel lived in the main home with his girlfriend, while Armando rented an efficiency unit within the same residence, located along Southwest 125th Court in Miami, Florida. At around 10 p.m. on the 23rd of July 2022, the authorities responded to the property after receiving a 911 call from the home on reports of shots fired. When officers arrived, they found Armando unresponsive with a gunshot wound to his head, lying on the floor of the efficiency unit in a pool of blood. He was pronounced dead at the scene. The authorities said that early in the day, Samuel, Armando, both of the men's girlfriends, and one of Armando's friends were having a get-together by the pool in the backyard of the home, when Samuel and Armando got into an intense verbal argument. It's unclear what the two men were arguing about, but Armando reportedly decided to apologize to Samuel. However, when Armando tried to make amends, Samuel slapped him in the face while the others in the yard looked on. Armando, his girlfriend and his friend all left the yard and returned to the efficiency unit. Upset, Samuel reportedly armed himself with a handgun and entered the efficiency unit and shot Armando in the head. Samuel then fled the scene in a white BMW 320i. At 1:38 p.m. the following day, the authorities spotted Samuel's car and performed a traffic stop at the intersection of Northwest 93rd Avenue and Northwest 25th Street in Doral, Florida, and arrested Samuel without incident. After being placed in the back of a police vehicle, the authorities said that Samuel became emotional and confessed to killing his tenant and disposing of the gun used in the crime. Despite his alleged confession, after arriving at police headquarters and being read his Miranda rights, Samuel reportedly refused to speak with investigators and requested the presence of his attorney. Samuel's currently being held without bond at the Turner Guilford Night Correctional Centre and is charged with second-degree murder with a weapon as the investigation into the matter continues. 31-year-old Charisse Herlinger has been arrested and charged with child endangerment of a toddler son for a second time this month. The incident occurred on the night of the 22nd of July 2022, when the authorities responded to a call from a couple who'd been driving along East Market Street in Howland, Ohio, and spotted a young toddler attempting to cross the road. The couple said the child was wearing a tank top and a diaper as he stood along the street near the Capri Motel. The couple then said they pulled into a parking lot and managed to keep the child from crossing the road. They told police they waited about 5 minutes until Charisse came out of the motel, where she was living with her son. Police said that Charisse told them that she had been sleeping and her son must have walked out. When Charisse appeared in court on the 25th of July, she pleaded not guilty to the charge of child endangerment. Earlier this month on the 14th of July, the Ohio State Highway Patrol also charged Charisse with child endangerment, as well as driving under the influence and speeding. The judge ordered Charisse to have no unsupervised contact with her child, unless approved through Children's Services, and that the child remains with his grandparents. The authorities have released CCTV images and footage of a man who allegedly exposed himself and performed lewd acts in front of several women and are appealing to the public to help locate him. It all started at around 1:30 p.m. on the 26th of July 2022, located at Keys Park in the seaside suburb of Seaford in Victoria, Australia. In the first instance, a woman was sitting in a parked car in the Keys Park parking lot on the Nepean Highway when a man approached the vehicle and started showing her porn on his phone. The woman reversed to leave, but the man allegedly exposed himself and ran alongside her moving vehicle as she drove away. Around 15 minutes later, two women were walking along the Seaford foreshore when they were confronted by a man of the same description, allegedly exposing and pleasuring himself. They ran away from the man, who then reportedly left the scene. He is described as being of Caucasian appearance, in his 20s to 30s, with a slim build and missing blackened teeth. He was wearing a red Champion jumper, grey hoodie, black Nike tracksuit pants and brown boots. Anyone with information relating to the case are urged to contact Crime Stoppers. 35-year-old Heather Lynn Harmon was fatally shot by 37-year-old Edward James Conboy before turning the gun on himself. The events unfolded at around 8:40 a.m. on the 25th of July 2022, when the authorities responded to reports of shots fired at an apartment complex located in the 800 block of Griswold Court in Auburn, Indiana. Investigators believe that Edward forced his way into Heather's vehicle at gunpoint. During this forced entry, shots were fired by Edward, which prompted the emergency 911 call to police. As officers arrived, a black vehicle was spotted leaving the area. Police tried to stop the vehicle, but it sped off. According to police, this was Heather's vehicle and she refused to stop for police due to coercion from Edward. The police chase continued until a tyre deflation device was successfully deployed, causing the vehicle to slow down. As the vehicle approached County Road 40, police heard shots fired inside the vehicle. It then came to a stop on County Road 51, south of County Road 40, some 5.5 miles from the apartment. Nobody from law enforcement fired any weapons at any time during the pursuit. Inside the vehicle, officers found both Edward and Heather dead from gunshot wounds. Investigators said that Edward shot Heather and turned the gun on himself. A motive of the attack is unclear. However, a preliminary investigation by Indiana State Police revealed that Heather and Edward had been involved in a past relationship. The investigation remains active, police said.